The Book of Revelation, the last book of the Christian Bible, is a cryptic and often terrifying text. Full of vivid imagery and symbolic language, it has fascinated and frightened readers for centuries. At its core, Revelation tells a story about the end of times, a cosmic battle between good and evil. While interpretations vary, the overarching message is clear. The forces of darkness will rise, tempting humanity with false promises and seductive power. Despite its ancient origins, Revelation speaks to a deep-seated fear within the human psyche. The fear of the unknown, the fear of powerful forces beyond our control. In an age of global pandemics, climate change and political instability, it's no wonder that people turn to these ancient prophecies for answers, seeking solace or perhaps a glimpse into a terrifying future. The question is, are we simply witnessing echoes of ancient fears, or is there something more at play? The Book of Revelation, with its enigmatic prophecies and vivid descriptions of the end times, has served as a source of both fascination and fear for centuries. Its tales of the Antichrist, the false prophet, and the mark of the beast have captivated readers, sparking countless interpretations and debates. But what if these ancient prophecies weren't just tales of a distant apocalypse? What if they were warnings, signposts pointing to dangers that could emerge in any era, even our own? In the relentless march of time, history often seems to rhyme, repeating patterns and cycles. It's in this unsettling echo chamber that we find ourselves today, facing a world increasingly defined by technological advancements, political polarization, and a growing sense of unease about the future. As we navigate this uncertain landscape, the Book of Revelation takes on a chilling new relevance, its ancient warnings whispering across the millennia, urging us to look closer, to question the narratives we are being sold, and to be wary of those who claim to hold the keys to salvation. The 21st century has witnessed the unprecedented rise of technology. What began as a tool for communication and information sharing has morphed into something far more pervasive, shaping our lives in ways we're only beginning to understand. From the algorithms that curate our news feeds to the artificial intelligence that powers our virtual assistants, technology is no longer just a tool. It's becoming an invisible force, influencing our thoughts, behaviors, and even our understanding of the world around us. At the forefront of this technological revolution stand figures like Elon Musk, visionaries who promise a future of limitless possibilities. With electric cars, space exploration, and artificial intelligence, they paint a picture of a future where technology solves humanity's greatest challenges. But beneath the veneer of progress lies a more unsettling reality: the growing power of a select few, the technocrats who hold the keys to this digital kingdom. The allure of technological advancement is undeniable. It promises solutions to age-old problems, from disease and poverty to climate change and energy scarcity. Yet, as we race towards this utopian future, we must ask ourselves, at what cost? Who benefits from these advancements and who gets left behind? The rise of the technocrats, with their concentrated wealth and influence, raises uncomfortable questions about the future of democracy and the potential for a new kind of power imbalance, one where control over information and technology trumps traditional forms of governance. As the lines between the digital and physical worlds continue to blur, it's becoming increasingly difficult to separate hype from reality. The utopian visions of a technologically advanced future, while seductive, often mask the potential downsides: the erosion of privacy, the concentration of power, and the potential for unforeseen consequences. The story of the 21st century is still being written, and the choices we make today will determine whether technology empowers humanity or leads us down a dangerous path. The Book of Revelation, with its warnings about unchecked power and the seductive nature of false prophets, serves as a chilling reminder that the road to hell is often paved with good intentions. The parallels between the Book of Revelation and the current political and technological landscape are difficult to ignore. The rise of populist leaders who appeal to emotion over reason, the spread of misinformation and propaganda through social media, and the growing distrust in traditional institutions all echo the conditions that Revelation warns against. A world ripe for deception, where the line between truth and falsehood becomes increasingly blurred. In this environment, figures like Donald Trump, with his grandiose pronouncements, his cult of personality, and his ability to tap into the fears and anxieties of his followers, take on a new significance. Is he simply a savvy politician exploiting the tools of the digital age? Or is there something more sinister at play? Could he be a modern-day embodiment of the false prophet, a figure who promises salvation while serving a darker agenda? The rise of social media has created an echo chamber where confirmation bias thrives. People are bombarded with information that reinforces their existing beliefs, making it increasingly difficult to distinguish fact from fiction. This creates fertile ground for manipulation where those in power can exploit these divisions, sowing discord and undermining trust in democratic institutions. In this environment, the line between entertainment and reality becomes blurred, and charismatic leaders can easily exploit the public's fears and anxieties for their own gain. It's in this unsettling context that the parallels between our current reality and the Book of Revelation become impossible to ignore. The ancient warnings about false prophets, deceptive miracles, and the allure of unchecked power take on a chilling new relevance. While it's tempting to dismiss these parallels as mere coincidence, doing so would be a mistake. The Book of Revelation, while shrouded in symbolism, offers a timeless message. Be wary of those who claim to hold all the answers, question the narratives you are being sold, and never underestimate the seductive power of fear and division. The year is 2024. America, once a beacon of democracy, finds itself teetering on the precipice of uncertainty. The political landscape, scarred by years of division and fueled by a torrent of misinformation, has created a breeding ground for extremism, where charismatic figures with a penchant for spectacle and a disregard for truth can rise to dizzying heights. It is in this volatile environment that the figure of Donald Trump, once a reality TV star, then the 45th President of the United States, re-emerges, casting a long shadow over the nation.
Trump's return to the political arena is not met with universal acclaim. For many, he represents a dangerous regression, a throwback to a tumultuous and divisive era. Yet, for his devoted followers, he remains a messianic figure, a savior who can restore America to its former glory. His rallies, awash in a sea of red hats and echoing with chants of "Make America Great Again," are more akin to religious revivals than political gatherings. The line between faith and politics, once considered sacrosanct, has become blurred beyond recognition. His supporters, many of whom are devout evangelical Christians, see him as a divinely appointed leader, a modern-day Cyrus chosen by God to lead America out of darkness. They point to his policies, his Supreme Court appointments, and his unwavering support for conservative Christian values as proof of his divine mandate. Their faith in him is unshakable, impervious to logic or reason, fueled by a potent cocktail of religious fervor and political ideology. The fervor surrounding Trump is not limited to his policies or his persona. It's the language he uses, the way he positions himself as a righteous warrior battling against the forces of evil, that resonates deeply with his followers. He speaks in absolutes, painting a Manichaean world of good versus evil, us versus them, where compromise is weakness and dissent is treason.
This simplistic worldview, while demonstrably false, holds a powerful allure, offering a sense of certainty and belonging in an increasingly complex and uncertain world. Section 2. The Language of Deception. The Book of Revelation warns of a false prophet, a charismatic figure who deceives the masses with signs and wonders, leading them astray from the path of righteousness. The false prophet's power lies not in brute force, but in persuasion, in the ability to manipulate language and exploit people's fears and desires. Like a skilled magician, the false prophet uses misdirection and illusion to create a convincing facade, masking his true intentions behind a veil of piety and righteousness. Donald Trump, with his mastery of rhetoric and his uncanny ability to tap into the anxieties of his base, displays many of the hallmarks of the false prophet archetype. His pronouncements, often delivered with a preacher's cadence and punctuated by emphatic gestures, are designed to elicit emotional responses rather than engage in reasoned debate. He speaks in hyperbole, making sweeping generalizations and outrageous claims, knowing that the more outlandish the lie, the more likely it is to be believed. He understands the power of repetition. By repeating the same phrases and slogans ad nauseum, he creates a sense of familiarity, a comforting echo chamber where his followers feel validated and affirmed. He weaponizes language, using derogatory nicknames to belittle his opponents and inflammatory rhetoric to incite fear and division. His words, devoid of substance but potent in their emotional impact, seep into the public consciousness, poisoning the well of discourse and eroding the very fabric of democracy. The danger of the false prophet lies not only in his ability to deceive, but also in his ability to silence dissent. Those who dare to question his pronouncements or challenge his authority are branded as enemies, traitors, or members of a shadowy cabal seeking to undermine the nation. This tactic, as old as authoritarianism itself, effectively silences opposition, creating a climate of fear where people are afraid to speak out for fear of reprisal. Section 3. Seduced by spectacle. In an age of instant gratification and short attention spans, spectacle reigns supreme. We are bombarded with an endless stream of images, videos and sound bites, all vying for our attention. In this cacophony of stimuli, it's easy to become desensitized to substance, to mistake entertainment for information, and to be swayed by emotion rather than reason.
My rallies are carefully crafted theatrical productions, complete with soaring music, dramatic lighting, and a captive audience eager to be entertained. The red hats, the MAGA slogan, the constant self-promotion, these are all part of a carefully constructed persona designed to appeal to the masses.
His presidency, often compared to a reality TV show, was characterized by a constant stream of scandals, controversies, and Twitter tirades. This constant drama, while exhausting for many, served to keep him at the center of attention, dominating the news cycle and drowning out any dissenting voices. He understood that in the age of social media, outrage equals engagement, and engagement equals power. The danger of spectacle is that it distracts us from the real issues at hand. While we are fixated on the latest scandal or controversy, the real work of governance, the complex and often tedious process of addressing real-world problems, is neglected. In this environment, it's easy to be seduced by empty promises, to be swayed by charismatic figures who offer simple solutions to complex problems. The Book of Revelation warns against this very temptation, urging us to look beyond the surface, to question the motivations of those who seek power, and to be wary of those who promise the world but deliver only chaos. Section 1. The Rise of the Beast. As the false prophet tightens his grip on the hearts and minds of his followers, another figure emerges from the shadows, not draped in the robes of religion, but adorned in the sleek armor of technology. Elon Musk, the enigmatic entrepreneur who promised to revolutionize transportation, colonize Mars, and merge human consciousness with artificial intelligence, takes center stage, his every move scrutinized, his every utterance analyzed for hidden meanings.
Electric cars that drive themselves, reusable rockets that touch down on landing pads with balletic grace, brain implants that promise to enhance cognition and cure neurological disorders. These are not mere products, they are symbols of humanity's boundless potential, testaments to the power of human ingenuity.
Yet as Musk's star ascends, so too does a sense of unease. His pronouncements, often delivered with a disarming mix of boyish enthusiasm and cold-eyed pragmatism, hint at a future where technology reigns supreme, where human evolution is guided not by natural selection, but by algorithms and artificial intelligence. His critics, once dismissed as Luddites and fearmongers, find their warnings gaining traction as Musk's visions inch closer to reality. The Book of Revelation speaks of a beast, a figure of immense power who arises from the abyss, wielding technology and deception to enslave humanity. The beast's power lies not in brute force, but in seduction, in the promise of progress, prosperity, and a future free from the limitations of the flesh. Musk, with his messianic pronouncements and his unwavering belief in the transformative power of technology, bears an uncanny resemblance to this ancient archetype, his every innovation fueling the growing chorus of those who see him as either a savior or a destroyer.
The question remains, will we heed these warnings, or will we be blinded by the dazzling light of innovation, unable to see the shadows it casts?
Only time will tell. The allure of technological innovation is difficult to resist. It promises solutions to age-old problems, from disease and poverty to climate change and resource scarcity. The prospect of a future where technology liberates us from the drudgery of labor, where artificial intelligence solves complex problems beyond the capacity of the human mind, where space exploration opens up new frontiers and ensures the survival of our species. This is a vision that captivates the imagination and fuels our insatiable appetite for progress. Musk, with his relentless pursuit of innovation, taps into this primal yearning for a better future. His companies, while undoubtedly driven by profit, are also vehicles for his grand ambitions. He wants to wean humanity off fossil fuels, colonize Mars, and merge human consciousness with artificial intelligence. Not just because it's good business, but because he believes it's essential for the survival and advancement of our species. His vision of the future is not without its critics. Some argue that his focus on technology as a panacea for humanity's ills is misguided, that it ignores the root causes of our problems: inequality, greed, and our own capacity for self-destruction. Others warn that his pursuit of technological singularity, the point at which artificial intelligence surpasses human intelligence, could have unforeseen and potentially catastrophic consequences. The Book of Revelation reminds us that the road to hell is often paved with good intentions. The beast's power lies not in its malevolence, but in its seductive promise of a better world. It offers solutions that seem too good to be true, shortcuts that bypass the messy complexities of human nature. The allure of innovation, while seductive, can blind us to the potential downsides, the unintended consequences that can arise when we tinker with forces we barely understand. As Musk's technological empire expands, so too does his influence over our lives. Tesla cars equipped with sensors and cameras collect vast amounts of data about our driving habits and movements. SpaceX's Starlink satellites, designed to provide global internet coverage, have the potential to track our every move from low Earth orbit. Neuralink's brain implants raise the spectre of a future where our thoughts, emotions, and memories are no longer our own. The Book of Revelation speaks of a mark of the beast, a symbol of allegiance that allows people to buy, sell, and participate in society. Those who refuse the mark are ostracized, cut off from the systems that sustain them. While the mark is often interpreted literally as a physical tattoo or implant, it can also be understood as a metaphor for any system of control that restricts freedom and enforces conformity. In an increasingly digital world, where our online identities are becoming inseparable from our offline selves, the line between convenience and control becomes increasingly blurred. The technologies that Musk is developing, while ostensibly designed to empower us, could easily be used to create a system of unprecedented surveillance and control. The mark of the beast in this context is not a physical mark, but a digital one, a ubiquitous system of surveillance and data collection that tracks our every move. It's a system that promises convenience, efficiency, and security, but at the cost of our privacy, our autonomy, and perhaps even our humanity. The Book of Revelation serves as a chilling reminder that the future is not predetermined. The choices we make today, the technologies we embrace, and the leaders we follow will determine whether we create a future where technology empowers humanity or one where it enslaves us. The digital mark is a symbol of the potential for technology to control and manipulate us. The worlds of politics and technology, once considered distinct spheres of influence, are now inextricably intertwined. Politicians leverage the power of social media to sway public opinion, while tech giants exert increasing influence over government policies and regulations. It's in this murky intersection of power that the paths of Donald Trump and Elon Musk converge, two titans of their respective domains, each with a loyal following and a penchant for courting controversy. On the surface, they appear to be an odd couple. Trump, the brash real estate mogul turned reality TV star turned politician, and Musk, the visionary engineer and entrepreneur who made his fortune in Silicon Valley, seem to occupy opposite ends of the cultural spectrum. Yet, beneath the superficial differences lie striking similarities. Both are masters of self-promotion, skilled at manipulating the media and cultivating a cult of personality. Both possess an unwavering belief in their own abilities, a conviction that borders on messianic, and both share a disdain for traditional norms and institutions, a willingness to disrupt the status quo, even if it means breaking the rules. Their interactions, though often cordial in public, reveal a complex dynamic. Trump has publicly praised Musk's entrepreneurial spirit and technological prowess, even appointing him to advisory councils during his presidency. Musk has been more measured, occasionally criticizing Trump's policies while maintaining a veneer of respect for the office of the presidency. Yet, beneath the surface of mutual admiration lies an undercurrent of competition, a clash of egos between two alpha males accustomed to being the center of attention. The Book of Revelation warns of an unholy alliance between the false prophet and the beast, two figures who join forces to deceive and enslave humanity. While it's tempting to draw direct parallels between these biblical figures and Trump and Musk, the reality is likely more nuanced. Their relationship is not one of master and servant, but rather a partnership of convenience, a symbiotic relationship where each benefits from the other's power and influence. The rise of technology has sparked a debate about the role of faith in the modern world. Some argue that science and technology have rendered religion obsolete, that we no longer need ancient myths and rituals to explain the universe or guide our lives. Others contend that faith and reason are not mutually exclusive, that science can illuminate the wonders of creation while religion provides a moral compass and a sense of purpose.
I stand with the evangelical Christian community, defending traditional values. We must resist the forces of secularism and progressivism that are eroding the moral fabric of America.
Trump's rhetoric, often peppered with biblical references and appeals to divine authority, resonates with his base, many of whom see him as a righteous warrior fighting a spiritual battle against the forces of evil.
Organized religion often stifles progress and promotes division. My vision is a future where science and technology solve humanity's greatest challenges, freeing us from the limitations of our biology and propelling us towards a transhumanist utopia.
The clash between these two worldviews, between the gospel of innovation and the word of God, is playing out on the global stage. As technology continues to advance at an exponential pace, blurring the lines between the physical and the digital, the real and the virtual, the questions of who we are, where we came from, and where we are going take on a new urgency. Will we embrace a future shaped by algorithms and artificial intelligence, or will we cling to the ancient stories and traditions that have given meaning to human existence for millennia? The Book of Revelation, with its stark warnings about the dangers of unchecked power, serves as a timeless reminder that the human capacity for corruption transcends time and technology. Whether it's the power of empires, the power of ideologies, or the power of technology, the allure of domination, of bending the world to one's will, is a siren song that has seduced countless individuals throughout history.
Trump, with his autocratic tendencies and his disregard for democratic norms, embodies the dangers of unchecked political power. His presidency, marked by scandal, division, and an erosion of trust in institutions, served as a stark reminder that democracy is a fragile thing, easily exploited by those who seek power for their own ends.
Musk, with his vast wealth, his technological prowess, and his growing influence over our lives, represents a different kind of power, one that is more subtle, more pervasive, and perhaps even more insidious. The technologies he is developing, while ostensibly designed to improve our lives, have the potential to concentrate power in the hands of a select few, creating a world where our every move is tracked, our every decision influenced, and our very thoughts and desires manipulated by algorithms and artificial intelligence.
The question of who holds the reins of power in the 21st century is not one with an easy answer. It's no longer simply a matter of who controls the military or the government. Power now resides in the hands of those who control the flow of information, who shape the narratives that define our reality, and who possess the technological tools to influence our thoughts, behaviors, and even our very identities.
The Book of Revelation serves as a stark warning that the future of humanity may well depend on our ability to recognize and resist the allure of unchecked power, regardless of its source or its seductive disguise. We stand at a crossroads, a point in human history where the relentless march of technological advancement intersects with the enduring power of faith. On one hand, we are dazzled by the promise of a future where technology solves our most pressing problems, where artificial intelligence elevates our minds, and where the boundaries of human potential are redefined. On the other hand, we grapple with age-old questions about the meaning of life, the nature of good and evil, and our place in the cosmic order, seeking solace and guidance in the enduring wisdom of our spiritual traditions. The rise of figures like Donald Trump and Elon Musk, each embodying a distinct aspect of this modern-day paradox, forces us to confront the complexities of this intersection. Trump, with his appeals to religious fervor and his promise of a return to a mythical past, taps into the anxieties of those who feel left behind by the relentless pace of change, those who seek comfort in the familiar narratives and rituals of their faith. Musk, with his unwavering belief in the transformative power of technology, embodies the aspirations of those who embrace the future, who see in innovation the key to solving humanity's greatest challenges and ushering in a new era of progress. This tension between faith and technology, between the pull of the past and the allure of the future, is not a new phenomenon. Throughout history, humanity has grappled with the implications of new discoveries, new tools, and new ways of understanding the world around us. From the invention of the printing press to the dawn of the nuclear age, each technological leap has brought with it both promise and peril, forcing us to confront the ethical and societal consequences of our creations. What sets this moment apart, however, is the sheer scale and scope of technological change. We're not merely witnessing incremental advancements, but a fundamental shift in the way we live, work, and interact with the world and with each other. The digital revolution, fueled by the relentless march of Moore's law, is transforming every aspect of human existence, from the way we communicate to the way we think, creating a world where the lines between the physical and the digital, the real and the virtual, become increasingly blurred. The allure of progress, of a future where technology solves our problems and improves our lives, is undeniable. Yet as we race headlong into this brave new world, we must pause to consider the price of this progress. What are we sacrificing in our pursuit of convenience, efficiency, and technological advancement? Are we so enamored with the shiny toys of the digital age that we fail to notice the erosion of our privacy, the concentration of power in the hands of a select few, and the potential for unforeseen consequences that could have catastrophic implications for humanity? The Book of Revelation, with its stark warnings about the dangers of unchecked power and the seductive nature of false prophets, serves as a cautionary tale for our times. It reminds us that the road to hell is often paved with good intentions, that even the most noble pursuits can be corrupted by greed, ambition, and the lust for power. It challenges us to look beyond the seductive promises of progress and to consider the potential costs of our actions, both for ourselves and for future generations. The rise of social media, while connecting us in unprecedented ways, has also created a breeding ground for misinformation, polarization, and the erosion of trust in traditional institutions. Algorithms designed to keep us engaged and consuming trap us in echo chambers where our existing biases are reinforced and our worldview is narrowed to fit the confines of our screens. The line between reality and simulation blurs, and we become increasingly susceptible to manipulation by those who understand the power of these new technologies. The concentration of wealth and power in the hands of tech giants like Elon Musk, while presented as the inevitable outcome of innovation and market forces, raises uncomfortable questions about the future of democracy and the distribution of resources in a world increasingly shaped by algorithms and artificial intelligence. Will these technologies empower us, or will they enslave us? Will they usher in an era of unprecedented prosperity? Or will they exacerbate existing inequalities, creating a world where a select few reap the benefits of technological advancement while the rest of humanity struggles to survive? As we navigate this complex and uncertain terrain, the echoes of Revelation reverberate through the corridors of our collective consciousness. The imagery of the false prophet, deceiving the masses with signs and wonders, resonates with the rise of populist leaders who exploit fear, anger and resentment to gain power, who traffic in misinformation and propaganda, and who erode trust in democratic institutions. The spectre of the beast, wielding technology to control and enslave humanity, looms large as we become increasingly reliant on devices and platforms that track our every move, monitor our online activities, and shape our thoughts and behaviors. Are these parallels mere coincidence, or are they indicative of a deeper pattern? A recurring cycle of human history where power, whether wielded in the name of God or in the name of progress, inevitably corrupts. The Book of Revelation, for all its cryptic symbolism and apocalyptic imagery, offers a timeless warning about the dangers of unchecked ambition, the seductive nature of false promises, and the enduring human capacity for both good and evil. It reminds us that we are not passive observers in the unfolding drama of history, but active participants, responsible for the choices we make and the future we create. It challenges us to question the narratives we are being sold, to be wary of those who claim to hold all the answers, and to never underestimate the power of our own agency in shaping the course of human events. The parallels between the prophecies of Revelation and the realities of our time should not be interpreted as a prediction of the end of the world, but rather as a wake-up call, a stark reminder that the choices we make today have profound implications for the future. We're not fated to repeat the mistakes of the past. We have the power to choose a different path, to harness the transformative potential of technology for the betterment of humanity, to build a more just and equitable world, and to create a future worthy of our highest aspirations. The future is not predetermined. It is not a destination we are inevitably hurtling towards, but a tapestry we are weaving together, thread by thread, with every choice we make, every action we take, and every story we tell. The Book of Revelation, for all its darkness and despair, ends on a note of hope, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, the human spirit endures and the capacity for love, compassion, and redemption remains. The choice is ours. We can choose to succumb to the forces of fear, division, and greed, to allow ourselves to be manipulated and controlled by those who seek power for their own ends. Or we can choose to embrace the better angels of our nature, to harness the power of technology for good, to build bridges instead of walls, and to create a world where all people have the opportunity to thrive. The Book of Revelation, with its timeless warnings and its enduring message of hope, serves as a guidepost on this journey. A reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can overcome the forces of darkness and create a brighter future. The choice ultimately is ours. Let us choose wisely.